Number 15. The Falcon Lake Incident. Stephen McCalloch was a resident of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, but had taken a vacation to the Whiteshell Provincial Park in search of veins of quartz which he was told could be found near Falcon Lake. While digging shortly after the noon hour, he heard geese. By looking up to see them, he noticed in shock that two long objects were heading down towards him. They glowed red, and he noticed that they were disc-shaped as it got closer. The first one landed very near him, and the second object landed about 150 feet from him. He heard strange noises coming from the objects, which he described as a hissing noise. His curiosity got the best of him as he approached the door of the object. He looked in and saw panels of different colored lights and light beams scattered like security beam lasers. He found no living creatures inside, so he exited the object. He examined the exterior, which he described as highly polished colored glass with no breaks or seams in the surface. At one point, he reached out to touch it and the heat caused his glove to melt. Then the object moved. He could now see a vent. Heat soon rushed out of it, causing McCalloch's shirt and undershirt to catch on fire. The object shot upwards into the air. McCalloch knew he needed medical attention as he had a severe headache and cold sweats, but he quickly made a landmark by piling up rocks and debris around him before vomiting. He did manage to make it to a hospital where he was treated for severe grid-like dotted burns on his stomach and nausea. The scariest part was everyone who he told the story to in the coming days believed him. He had a strong reputation of an honest, reliable man. He was later treated at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. Multiple government sanctions investigated his story, including the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and the Royal Canadian Air Force, but it was never debunked and the objects were never seen again. Number 14. Vacation Party Ghost. Two photos were taken at an Austrian hotel in 1988. A group of vacationers had gathered for a farewell party and decided to take a group photo. One of the partygoers, Mr. Todd, set up a camera at a nearby table. He then set the self-timer and hurried back to the group. The photo had been taken, but the flash didn't go off. He set the camera for a second picture, and this time it did. After the pictures were developed, he noticed a major difference between the two photos. There was a face between two of the partygoers in the first picture taken. No one recognized the face, and they had no idea how she got into the shot. The photo was examined by the Royal Photographic Society, the Society for Psychological Research, and the Photographic Department of Leicester University, all of which ruled out double exposure as the cause. Number 13. The Virgin Mary Painting. This painting is called the Madonna with Saint Giovanni, and it was painted in the 15th century by a man who died in 1494, and currently hangs in the Town Hall of Florence, Italy. Above Mary's right shoulder is a disc-shaped object. Also to the right of Mary, there's clearly a man and his dog looking up at the object. It has radiant lights going out of it in every direction. People have theorized that Mary is shielding the children from the object based on her position. This isn't the first UFO in a biblical painting, and I guess we'll never know what the object actually was. Number 12. The Falling Body. The Copper family had just moved into their new home in Texas. To celebrate, they decided to take a family photo. While the photo was being taken, a dead body crashed through the ceiling. They reacted almost immediately after the photo was taken. That's the only information about the backstory available online, but the picture must be at least 50 years old. It was examined by an expert and deemed to be genuine based on the lighting, shadows, and lack of evidence for double exposure. Number 11. Disappearance of Lisanne Froon and Chris Kremers. These two Dutch girls disappeared from a town in Panama. They were last seen walking along a mountain path in a forest. 10 weeks after their disappearance, bone fragments and a backpack were found. A camera, a cell phone, and a few other personal belongings were recovered from the backpack. This photo was found on the camera and was taken on the day of their disappearance. On the cell phone, 2 attempts to call 911 were made. The first was 2 hours after the timestamp on this picture, and the second attempt was made 10 days after their disappearance. Neither went through due to no reception. 90 photos were recovered, 87 of which were completely black. This photo was taken 8 days later at an unknown location. The parents of the girls first admitted that they figured they got lost on a trek, but as time passes, they are increasingly under the assumption there's a possibility of criminal intent, but we'll never know for sure what happened to the girls. Number 10. The Babushka Lady. This is a nickname given to an unknown woman that was present during the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. She received this nickname due to the scarf she was wearing on her head, which is something old Russian women do. I remind you that the United States and Russia were at war at the time of the assassination. She is seen to be holding a camera in footage of the assassination. Even after it happened, she just stands there with the camera at her face as literally everyone else around her runs for cover. She eventually joined a crowd that went to search for the gunman. She was never seen again, and her film was never recovered, nor was she ever identified by the police or the FBI. Number 9. The Skunk Ape. The creature is said to inhabit the following states: Florida, North Carolina, and Arkansas, but reports from Florida are the most common. It's received its name due to the horrible smell that accompanies it. Reports were very common in the 1960s and 70s. In 1974, there were reports of one scavenging in a suburban neighborhood. This particular photo is from 2000. 2 photographs were sent anonymously to the Sheriff's Department of Sarasota County, Florida. A letter was sent with the photos claiming she encountered a skunk ape in her backyard, and that on 3 different nights it had taken apples left on her back porch. The primary researcher on the photograph has concluded that these photos were taken in Sarasota County near the Myakka River. Number 8. The Fire Ghost Girl. On November 19th, 1995, photographer Tony O'Reilly took this picture of the Wem Town Hall while it was burning. Did you notice the girl in the flames? People were horrified as she looked identical to Jane Churm, who died in another fire in the town hall in 1677. But wait, it gets scarier. A man named Brian Lear recognized the girl in another picture. This time, it was a postcard of Wem from 1922. Notice the girl to the far left? Will he notice that she looks eerily similar to the girl seen in the flames, even down to the hat and ribbon. According to BBC, the photo was sent to the Association for the Scientific Study of Anomalous Phenomena, and Dr. Harrison, who analyzed both the photo and the negative, both concluded that the pictures had not been doctored, stating that the negative is a straightforward piece of black and white work and shows no signs of being tampered with. Number 7. Soloway Firth Spaceman Mystery. Jim Templeton was at Burgh Marsh in England in 1964 with his daughter and a Kodak camera. It was only him, his daughter, and a couple of old ladies sitting in a car at the marsh at the time. He decided to take a couple of pictures of his daughter while he was there. He was horrified after viewing his newly developed photos because something was different in one of them. He said in the Daily Mail that, "I took 3 pictures of my daughter Elizabeth in a similar pose, and was shocked when the middle picture came back from Kodak displaying what looks like a spaceman in the background." He also insisted that he saw no figure behind her while taking the photos, and Kodak went as far as to prove that the photograph was completely genuine. Number 6. SS Watertown Phantom Faces. James Courtney and Michael Meehan were crew members of the SS Watertown. They were cleaning a cargo tank of the oil tanker on the ship when they were tragically killed when they were overcome with gas fumes. As the custom at the time, they were buried at sea, but that was not the last time they were seen. Just the next day, before dusk, the first mate reported that he could see the faces of the men in the waves on the port side of the ship. By that time, the faces had faded. Several days later, other members of the crew saw what the first mate had reported as the faces returned. Upon arrival to New Orleans, the ship's captain, Keith Tracy, reported the faces to his employers, the city's service company, who suggested that he try to photograph the faces for proof. The captain purchased a camera before continuing their voyage. The faces did return again, and he took 6 pictures, then locked up the camera in the ship's safe. The film was developed in New York, and 5 of them showed only sea foam, but the remaining photo is the one that you see right now. The negative of that picture was tested for legitimacy and came back clean. After the ship changed its crew, there were no more sightings of the faces. Number 5. Alyssa Lamb. This is easily one of the most creepy and gruesome mysteries you'll ever hear. Alyssa Lamb was staying at the infamous Cecil Hotel, which 2 serial killers have stayed at, and has a history of strange deaths and suicides. This girl in particular had gone missing and was later discovered naked in the hotel's water tank on the roof. The footage you are watching is the last footage ever seen of her. Notice how erratic and strange she is acting. The LAPD concluded that she was on no drugs and that her death was an accident. It was later discovered that she had been depressed for many years before the incident. Why was she acting so strange? Was the death actually accidental, or was there foul play? How did she find her way to the locked roof just to climb up a 10-foot water tank, remove her clothes, and insert herself into the tank through the only opening, which is a 16-inch latch door? These are questions we'll never get the answer to. Number 4. Pyramids on the dark side of the moon. Apollo 17 was the last mission in the Apollo lunar landing program. Additionally, it was the 6th landing of humans to the moon. Pictures were obviously made available to the public, and the one you see right now is titled AS-17135-20680HR. Notice anything yet? Look to the right and you might notice a triangle-shaped object in the background. Here's an enhanced version of the exact same photo. Notice the very defined edges? The evidence is right there of his existence, but who built it? Number 3. Hook Island Sea Monster. Robert Laserick and his family had an encounter with this tadpole-like monster while at Hook Island in 1964. They had recently bought a motorboat, and while crossing Stonehaven Bay, his wife spotted a strange object in the water. They estimated it to be about 30 feet long. While moving gradually towards it, they took several pictures. He eventually gained the courage to attempt to get an underwater view of the creature. While in the water, Laserick assumed it was dead because it didn't move. But soon it opened its mouth and started to come towards him. He quickly returned to the boat, but by that time the creature was gone. The photos of it have circulated around the world ever since. May I remind you that in 1964 there was no such thing as Photoshop, or any photo altering technology for that matter. Number 2. Black Knight Satellite. Behold the satellite that is believed to be 13,000 years old, and its origins are completely unknown. Nikola Tesla picked up a repeating radio signal in 1899, which he personally believed was coming from space. Fast forward to 1954, when newspapers began publishing that retired naval aviation major Donald Keyhoe said the United States Air Force had detected 2 satellites orbiting Earth. At this time, both the United States and Russia did not have the technology to maintain a satellite in polar orbit. In 1960, there was another government report about the satellite, this time from the United States Navy, who had detected a dark, tumbling object in orbit at 79 degrees from the equator. In 1998, it was finally photographed during the STS-88 mission. Its origins, though, are still completely unknown. Number 1. Squadron photo of Freddie Jackson. This photo was taken in 1919 but was only made public in 1975 by retired RAF officer Sir Victor Goddard. The photo is a group portrait of Goddard's squadron during World War I. There is something very sinister in this photo though. Look at the airman in the top row, 4th from the left. Can you see the clear face of the man behind him? As soon as Goddard was made aware of this, he immediately recognized the face as Freddie Jackson, who was an air mechanic who had accidentally been killed by an airplane propeller 2 days before the picture was taken. Other members of the squadron identified the face as Freddie Jackson too, as his funeral was held earlier that day. Got an idea for a top 15 list? Be sure to leave it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe for future videos. Thanks for watching.